Hi, I'm Mary Director and I'm a Fun Stampers Journey Coach. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute card. First, let me give you a little bit of information about myself. I'm, as I said, Mary Director, a Journey Coach Manager. I do have a blog. It's createscardsjourney.blogspot.com. My business website is funstampersjourney.com/Mary Director. I'm also on Facebook, facebook.com/createscardsjourney. I'll bring this back at the end of the video. So today I'm going to show you pretty much step by step how I made this really cute little card. It's one of my favorite stamps, and unfortunately it's going to be retiring. And also you may be able to see, yeah, there we go, that I've also embossed the back, and this is one of our embossing folders that is retiring. So I'm showcasing some retired products today. They are going to be available on our website while quantities last, so if it's something you really like, I'd recommend that you order as soon as possible. Okay, let's get started. What I'm going to do is first start with an A2 card base. And the A2 card base is 8.5 by 5.5, and then it's scored at 4.25. Now, if you happen to have the Fun Stampers Journey paper cutter, you'll notice that we have a green and an orange blade in it. The orange one is to score, and so it's absolutely perfect for working with this card or any card base. Let me see if this is going to show up. There is actually a dotted line at the 4.25 mark, so I just have to line my paper up with that, and then you'll see there's a little, I'm going to call it a ditch right here, and you just bring that up and over, applying a little bit of pressure. If you use the green one, the green blade here, this would actually cut the paper, and we don't want to do that. So now we've got this scored at 4.25, and the score mark is considered the valley, and so you can see there's a little valley here. And how I remember is that we always, when we fold, we want to go up and over the mountain. So this is the valley. The opposite side is the mountain, because that's where it pops up a little. And so again, this is where we creased. I'm flipping it over, and then I'm folding it up and over the mountain, taking our crease tool and firmly pressing. And that way you'll get a nice crisp crease for your card. With our card, I'm going to use the stamp set called Looking Good. It's AT-0139, and I've put a red dot on it so that I do know that it is retiring. It's a two-piece stamp set. Oops. It comes with our little guy with the glasses, and also the stamp called Looking Good. So it's a two-piece stamp set, and these are the two items you get in it. When I stamp, I like to put it on the clear block facing, so the red rubber's facing me, and then I stamp this way with the ink pad. This way I can tell exactly how much coverage I have and whether or not the whole stamp has been covered. And then we look, and I can see I've missed a little bit here, but I'm just going to show you for demonstration purposes. I want to show you how you can cut out the specific area. Okay, so we've got our guide, and I'm going to clean, well, it's okay, I'll clean these later. I used our Black Fusion, Black Licorice True Color Fusion ink. When this dries, it is waterproof, and that is true with all of our colors, which is just something phenomenal with ours. As you can tell on the card, I fussy cut around the little guy, but I also cut out in between the arms and up by the eyeglasses. And it's real easy to do. What you do is you take our punch tool and our mat, and all you have to do is put it right in the center, press down and lift up. Oop, I got that one too close to the arm. I misjudged. Do the same on the other arm, and then in the middle of the glasses. So what I've done is I've actually put holes in here. You can see a little better that way. See the holes? Now I can take my scissors, put my scissors in the hole, and just go in and cut right along the line. Now, it's not exactly perfect, but it's a great way to be able to go in without an X-Acto knife, and I have more success this way than I do with an X-Acto knife. Don't like X-Acto knives. They can cut. So there you can see how I cut through. So what you would do is you would just go in, do the same thing here, the same thing here, and then fussy cut around the image. Okay, let me put this aside. Using this as our example. I just want to make sure I've got everything in sight for you. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take an embossed image, and what I've embossed, again, this is a retiring one also. This is one of our embossing folders, and it's called Say It. And let me hold it that way. Well, I guess this is better. This way you can see what the design is. But anyway, it's also retiring. This one worked really good. There's another one that's retiring that's called Bright Star. And Bright Star would work also in this card. Let me show you the embossing folder in that. The sale on these right now is phenomenal. It's 30% off because they're retiring products. And again, it's while supplies last. This is a star. You can actually see the star image. And then the little guy fits just perfect in there. So you could use either one. And they would be great, you know, for the card. So Bright Star EF-0002. Say It, which is EF-0005. Both are on sale right now while supplies last. I had, okay, this is Pool Play, and then the deeper blue is Beach Ball, and those are the color, and then I've also used whipped cream cardstock. So what I did is I went ahead and I embossed out the image. I'm going to put some white liner tape on the back. Remember with our white liner tape that you do not need to use scissors to cut it. It'll rip. So however you want to do it is fine. But it just literally just rips off. Okay. And then if it's a little bit too long, just snip it off. You know, if it goes over the edge, you just want to make sure that you fold it back so that it doesn't go to the front of your card. And we want to make sure that because this is going on the base, that we get pretty good coverage around the edges, so it'll be a nice fit. I've left enough edge so that you'll have a little bit of a border around. Okay, that one is a little bit too long. Let me pick that up. You don't want these overlapping because the white part needs to come off so we can expose the adhesive. Our bloom tool has one attachment that's kind of a curved hook here. If you run this along your white liner tape, you can then take the point and literally pick up the covering. Quick and easy way to do it. And if you wanted, you could put a piece of white liner tape in the center here. It's up to you. Whichever you think is going to be best, how secure you want it to be. And I'm just going to go ahead and add one more. I figure it's worthwhile to make it just a little bit secure. I'm trying to use some of the retired products so that you can see what's available, and also because it's on sale right now, it's a really good deal. Oops. Okay, so as you can see in this one, we want to have a little bit of a border. There's 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Line it up. Okay, and then what I like to do is do this and then press this way. That way it covers, puts pressure on the whole back. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of our silver silk. It dries with a metallic finish. There's, as you can see, it settles, and so you want to make sure that you shake it extremely well. You can hit it this way if you want, but until the sediment is gone and mixed in. Then when you take it out of the bottle, you unscrew it. Now normally if you were doing fingernail polish, you would do this, okay? You don't want to do that with this. You want to go straight up the middle so that there's solution on the brush, and then you want to tap it. And it's going to be random splatters. Some days it works perfectly. Other days I have to do a little experimenting with it. The other thing that's kind of cool about this is if you found areas that you wanted to add in, just gently drop some extra along the way. You can do that. That's fine too. It gives a different look, but it'll add to the design in the background. And then just make sure you get your lid on tight. You will see a little bit of difference in our bottles. Some have a higher cap. They're the exact same thing. It's just at what point they were produced. So we're going to let this dry just a little bit. Shake it a little. And what happens is as this dries, it gets a metallic sheen to it and also turns a lighter silver color. So it changes in color. I went ahead and I took our little guy in glasses and I used our Color Burst pencils to color him. I used 047, 030, 09, and 03. So these are the 4 colors I used. And I've gone ahead and I've colored him. I used the red and the blue to create a heathered look on his sweater, and I did it just the opposite of the card that I had made, so that I have 2 different versions. And the silver pencil works great for a metallic and looks really nice for his glasses. Now what you can do, I'm going to use some Sea Breeze twine thread, and you can either put some adhesive across, or you could put a couple pieces of the white liner tape. It's up to you. What I do is I figure approximately where I want him, and then I'm just going to do that. And I want some, so that we have something to adhere the twine to. Now I don't have a rhyme or reason to this. I just start putting it on to see how it's going to fit. I like to secure the thread and then start making circles with it, little loops. And it just, like I said, for me it depends how the thread's going to fall as to how it's going to end up, whether the loops are all at the top or if they're all the way around. There's, like I said, I don't have a set pattern to this or a set way I do it. I just like to make the loops and then try to make them large enough so my stamp design will fit. Okay, that's probably good enough, so then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to snip that off. Now I'm going to take some foam squares. They come both in small and large, so it depends on what the item is as to which size I would use. And in this case, I'm going to use a mix, a little bit of both. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And we just want to make sure he's got a secure hold on the card so that he's going to stay, you know, and if he gets mailed, if he, you know, is given as a gift, top of a gift package. Okay. The foam squares are double-sided adhesive, so when you pull them off here, they'll automatically adhere to your stamped image, and then you just have a little piece of backing to pull off, and then that way it's exposing the other sticky edge. Okay. I went ahead and I colored this in because I didn't feel you'd want to sit and watch me color for 15 minutes. So now we're just going to take him and I'm going to, a little bit of centering him, press, and again I'm going to turn it over and press from the back because I don't have sequins or anything on here that would matter. Next I did stamp out looking good, and if you notice I did a border in this in the beach ball. So I fussy cut my item out. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. And this, the adhesive went a little bit over. Just take your fingers and go underneath because it's double-sided, and then that way you won't have any sticky coming through. I put it on here, press firmly, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to go around fussy cutting, leaving a blue border. It's just a great easy way to do this so that you have something that stands out rather than just the image you know, stamped on the white. And it just takes a second. And again, there's not a right or a wrong way to do it. You could use any color you wanted. Now I'm going to put some Journey foam squares here. I mean, this has really been a quick and easy card. The the little adhesive on the back has static not adhesive, the covers has static electricity. So sometimes they stick to your fingers rather than going in the trash bin. And then we're just going to put that there. And then there's our second card. So they both have their own little look, but they, you know, they're both the same greeting, just a little different in the placement, a little different in the coloring. Again, looking good, AT-0139 is on the retirement list. Say It, which is an embossing folder, EF-005. And the one that's the star called Bright Star, EF-002, are all retiring. And there's many more items that are retiring right now, and it's while quantities last. So as they sell out, you know, they won't be available for reorder. So if there's something you really want, just be sure that you pick it up as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching my video today. It's greatly appreciated. And again, my business website is funstampersjourney.com/MaryDirector. Thank you.